Yeah, yeah. We in the meth lab. We in the meth lab. We got Illa G in the meth lab. Yo, when you look in the dictionary and you look under the word hard work and then you look under the word grind, you're gonna see Illa G. I promise y'all. This is one of the hardest working dudes, independently too. Yo, Illa G, we gonna get into it. First question I'm gonna ask you, right?
Mhm.
During the Mobb Deep Infamous album, right? You had that song Up North Trip. You were supposed to be on that, right?
Right.
But you ran into, something unfortunate, ran into them cuffs. Now, while you was locked up, how did you feel watching that album blow up?
I mean that one I really don't count that one because that one was like 3 months. That one was like 3 months. So I don't count that as a bid. I just got locked up and got out like 3 months. I remember January, like Shook Ones was everywhere. Like everywhere. And what's the name? It was like Shook Ones, Spark Mad Ism, and I remember Group Home album was out too. So those was like the songs being played on the radio, and just to come back out and witness their success of that was ill. It was dope. It was dope.
But while like being around during that album, did you ever think that it would be where it's at today? You ever think it would get this big?
I used to listen to that album every day. I mean, you can't imagine how big and legendary it become, but I knew it was a dope project. Yes,
That's a
you
fact.
know,
Everybody,
yeah, I listened to that before it even dropped. What I'm saying, of course, you know, close ties, but I used to play that shit every day before I went to go hustle. Like
that's a fact.
I knew it was dope. It
That was
had
the
a
theme music. That was our theme music. The theme music for the city at the time, that was
yeah,
our theme music. We was
yeah,
all playing it, riding the trains and all that with the radio, playing that, all that. It was
yeah.
lit. It was lit. Word up. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Let me ask you this. Now, you was on the Mobb Deep Hell on Earth album. You was on the track Can't Get Enough of It, right? Now, how was the creative process for that song? Did y'all write? Did you know? Was it quick? How was that process?
Well, for me, I always like. I'm a big fan of. All right, my terminology of freestyle is different from everybody else's. I don't know how everybody have their vision and views of what a freestyle is, but all I did was write rhymes. Like I didn't care for a record deal, although I used to write rhymes like while I was in the street. So all I wanted to do was kill the radio. I just wanted to go, somebody bring me on the radio and kill the
Mm-hmm.
radio. That's it. That's all I cared about. So I had rhymes written already. To me, the term of a freestyle is something that you written that's not going to be on an album. You know what I'm saying? It's a written rhyme that it's not going to be on the album. It's just you assaulting the beat. It's just a straight assault on a beat. It's not in song form. It's not nothing. You kill it, gone, dead. That's it. It's not on the album because the
Yo,
album is
Illa,
written.
we heard rumors of you going round for round with cannabis back in the day.
Yeah, I did.
That's a fact.
I
That's a fact.
did.
Now check it out. Okay, during that song, right? During Can't Get Enough of It, you said handle BI, smoke a CI. Yo, I never heard nobody call a bogey a CI. So then right after that, the whole New York started saying CI after that. That's a fact, Illa. That's a fact.
I don't know. I mean, I heard it in the hood because I used to smoke cigarettes. So we used to say a
Illa,
CI. You know what I'm saying? I know in my hood we used to call them CIs. You know what I'm saying?
viral.
So, and then you know what I'm saying, and see, though, the whole shit of the wordplay shit. Handle BI, smoke a CI, snuff a CO. And I mean, I never knew that. I thought everybody said it because we used to do that.
Viral.
So, yeah, a CI.
Went viral. Now let me
Uh,
ask you this.
what's the name? I also, it sounds crazy now, but
That's
I
a fact.
actually paid homage to the OGs in my hood because a lot of people never understood when I was saying General G blowing judges in the trial. You know what I'm saying? Back in New
Mhm.
York, getting blown in the face was a razor cut.
Fact.
And you know what I'm saying? The OGs in my hood, when they got sentenced, they cut the courtroom up. So that was me paying homage to them when they got sentenced. They cut the whole courtroom. I'm talking about like the you know, the police and everything.
Mm.
So that was where that came from. General G blowing judges in the trial. That sounds crazy now. Like you know, it don't sound right now. But if you ever heard the term, you know, if you ever heard the term blown back then, that was getting cut in the face with a razor.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Now, during the East Coast, right, and West Coast beef, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever did you ever get into any altercations? Did you ever run into anybody from the West Coast while being in the industry during that time? Any altercations?
I was locked up. I got
You was
locked up.
locked up during that.
I got locked up the very next day after I did my verse for "Can't Get Enough of It."
Wow. So you okay? So you locked up, hearing the album blow up
Yeah,
once again.
yeah.
Mm,
I mean,
okay.
everybody said like "Hell on Earth" is more of a classic than. Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me personally, I thought, you know, the Infamous was better than Hell on Earth, but they, you know, hey, I'm proud to be part of a classic. If they call it a classic, I'm very much proud of that. Definitely.
It's
That
it's
whole East
definitely
Coast,
a classic.
yeah, East Coast, West
Hmm.
Coast thing. I was locked up down south in Virginia when that happened.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I
Okay.
had to go through it with all the Tupac fans because you know the South
Okay.
was pretty much all Tupac fans. So I was going
Okay.
through that. You know what I'm saying? Arguing all day with that.
Illa, everybody know you as Prodigy's man. So how did you feel about inheriting his beef? You know what I mean? Inheriting his beef. Yo, son had a
Nobody,
lot of beef. You know what I mean?
ain't
How you
nobody,
felt about that?
nobody never approached me with that.
Mm,
I didn't inherit none of that. Actually, Prodigy saved quite. I mean, a very smart thing at the time because he actually stopped a lot of people from getting fucked up.
mm,
If when they hung around me and my people, like we was on a different type of time. So that's why, you
mm.
know, that's why if you ever listen to my music, it's alone. I don't talk about my street life. Shit. I throw
You
little
don't.
dogs in there here and there. No, I don't. Because of the whole cannabis thing. When I rhyme, all right, there's a guy named Jamel. They called him Pillow. If you ever heard Redman say word to Dantan Pillow and Cool V, his name was Mel.
Mm,
Big
okay.
house. He had cannabis before everybody did. You know what I'm saying? Because Mel was trying to get us to you know, fuck with Eric Sermon. So he had brought
Mm,
cannabis around. So in Cypress houses in East New York, you know, he brought him out there and we was rhyming. Cannabis rhymed the way he rhymed. I was saying every street shit possible. So one of my cousin peoples, you know what I'm saying, after we finished, was like, yo, even though everybody was hyped, pulled me to the side, was like, yo, you're gonna get somebody killed. It's like you saying a
mm.
little too much street shit. You're gonna get somebody killed. And that's what made me refrain from then on. I stopped saying street shit. Street jewels back then.
Okay.
So that's why I
Okay.
kept it always lyrical, but I would say like my words will do it or my words are my word. I changed it to like a lot of things to my words, my flow, my what you know, my words will clap you, my words will do this, my style, you know what I'm saying, take your kids and all that. But people didn't hear my words, my style, my flow. All they heard was kidnap, what's the name, what's the name? And I just still it just kept me in the gangster shit. But that's what
Okay.
happened.
Okay. 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 Now let me ask you this. You know, all right. Prodigy's mural getting vandalized. What's your take on that?
My only issue with that is when they first did it, don't do it and hide your hand. I don't think they're wrong because honestly, bless her soul, he was wrong for speaking on someone's mother that's no longer here. You don't
Mm,
speak about that. You don't speak about people, moms, and situations. Going back to things, everything ain't meant for people to know. On some street G shit, everything ain't
that's a
meant for
fact.
people to know. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
And you don't speak on someone mom that's gone.
That's a
So
fact.
I don't blame them for doing it. I would refer them to do it wide open because that's something I would have been like, nah. I'm gonna tell you now, y'all have to stop. Because if you don't stop, it's gonna be like that can't be there. That's my only thing. Don't do it and hide your hand. You know what I'm saying? Even though they kind of revealed, who did it later on, to my knowledge, on the internet. But, in the beginning, no, don't do it like that. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Don't do it like that. Stand on it. Stand on what you said.
Stand on
Stand
it.
on your friend. Stand on it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm.
right is right. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that's actually my take on it. A lot of people don't understand why. They don't understand like the street politics of it, even just as respectful of them.
Respectfully.
Yeah,
Mm.
respectfully. Like, you know what I'm saying? So imagine, what I'm saying, it's turning around. What if somebody spoke about P-Moms that way? The person that said it passes away, and then they want to paint a picture of them near the place. So like, I can't go. You think
That's a
that should
fact.
allow? You think that should be allowed to stand? No.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Understood. Understood fully. Understood fully. Now tell us this. How did you meet Sean P? Sean Price. God bless
Met,
the dead.
met Sean P in the studio. Um, we do have a mutual friend with JD at Team Demo. We had a mutual friend, JD Team Demo, but you know, um, I know JD was trying to get us to do a song. I never knew that, but I've read an article back in the days, and they were saying that me and Sean Price have similar flows. I don't think
Mm.
so today. I didn't think so then. But since they compared it, I was like, all right. We was in the same studio. I finally called him. I was like, yo, let's, do a song together. I told him and everything, like, yo, the article said we had a similar flow. So, that's what they said. Let's do it. And he was like, let's do it. Wound up finally catching up with him, and we did a song. Actually, I celebrated the ninth anniversary of that project on what, Friday? Friday it came
Okay.
out 2000. Yeah, well, I forgot what year it came out, 2000 something, but celebrate the ninth anniversary, and that it just, what I'm saying, it just happened, and we got pretty much, we slowly got cool after that,
But
and my
did
brother.
did you meet him? Did you meet him before or after the Helter Skelter? The Helter Skelter he formed with Rock This Monster.
It
Was
was
that
al-
before that or after?
it was always helter skelter, or even when me
Okay.
and Price was, they were still helter skelter. It's just that me and Price got cool and we just started rhyming together. I actually knew Rock before Price.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
knew,
Decep days.
yeah, but we wasn't there. I wasn't decent. I wasn't
Okay.
there. He was decent. I knew Rock on some, my family lived in his building in the hood, street shit.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. What inspired you to make the web series, The New York Minute?
I got a big mouth and I talk a lot of shit. And it was just like, when you see something, like when you talk about something and you're saying that you're better than something, don't talk about it and do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, say,
Hmm.
because a lot of things I use as fuel, fire, and everything, you know what I'm saying? It could be nothing. I could just make it up in my mind and give myself fuel to do something. So if I was into
Hmm.
podcasting, right? Like, say if I
Hmm.
was, really into podcasting and that sort of thing, and
Okay.
just in my mind, I'd be like, oh, Big Twin got a podcast. Well,
Hmm.
I could do this shit better than Twin.
Hmm.
So if I say that, if that comes out my mouth, if I say that,
Right.
I need to do something about it rather than just talk about it and then do nothing. That's
That's
just that's
fact.
just that's just what it is. Like, so I thought it in my brain and actually looked at it and was like, I could do some shit better than that.
Yo,
So
Ill, I'm
I
gonna
did.
keep it official with you. A lot of these, them web series is trash. It's
That's how I
poor.
feel.
It's poorly done. The acting is bad. It's trash. You know what I
Well,
mean?
a lot of them they have to give an act in the past because this is new.
This is a new thing.
No,
You right?
no. Also, it's on the director. It's not. It's just you actually got to study how to be a director also, because I need to get the best you out of you. I have to
Yep.
learn pull that from you. I need to know what's the name. So you can't just look up doing. I don't even think a lot of people have looked it up. That's the other thing. A lot of people have looked it up. Look it up. I learned about writing characters from a book I read in jail.
What
How
book
you
was that?
I don't know the name of the book, but I just
Okay.
remember, a book of how to write characters. So it breaks
Okay.
down. Like you really gotta, you're in the world of media and entertainment, you're God. And you have to get like every character, like even if they have a nickname, what is their real name? Because everybody don't call them by their nickname. Everybody don't call me Elegy. People in my family
Right.
don't call me Elegy. So you got to have a name. So you have to give all my characters has probably a first, middle, and last name. And you kind of
Mm.
explain where they get the nickname from. You know what I'm saying? Where it comes from, and so on and so forth, and how they get that way. Because it happens in the hood. A lot of times you have a name, you know what I'm saying? And then you have to show why they are the way they are. It's called a character arc.
Character arc. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to show why they are the way they are. And you have to
Hmm.
give your characters a goal. No one gives their characters a goal. Everybody can't hustle. Even if they hustle, why? How did they get there? How did they get there for us to relate as people watching? How did they get there? And what's their goal? Because everybody the first season, I give people a pass if I can get past 3 episodes the first season. Because no one
Yep.
knew. I didn't
Yep.
know what the fuck I was doing neither when I did my first season.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
you take it serious, like I actually really like this shit, and I took it serious and started studying. And there's a
Mhm.
lot of things motherfuckers need to know when putting
I
together a
bet.
show.
I
And
bet. I bet.
I can break down everywhere. First of all, my show is about change. That's one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The genre of my show is a crime drama. I've noticed those are the shows I like that I watched in jail. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I like dramas. I like for bullshit to happen in a drama. You know what I'm saying? Being around violence and grew up around violence most of my life. You know what I'm saying? If you can entertain people with not that much drama, which is something I take pride in the show, ain't that much drama. I mean, not that much drama. Ain't that much gunshots and all that other shit in there, but people are still entertained. There's a
Hmm.
secret to that. There's a way of doing that to have people, because you got the character arcs. No,
Okay.
everybody know. All right, basically the show is about change. Once I said, show is about change and how hard it is to change in a hostile urban environment, which is true.
That's
They
a
say
fact.
they say write what you know. This is what I
Right.
know.
But you know.
Lead character is based off me. Because when I came home from jail, a lot of people want me to fuck around the streets again. Once you know it's a trap, you wrong. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Why would I do it and I know it's a trap? Before I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know no better.
Hmm.
I didn't expect to make it past 21, 19 years old. I didn't expect to make it past that. But now I know better. And you
Right.
know what
Right.
I'm saying? So my OGs, someone told me was like, yo, the second bid hurts the worst. Why?
Mm.
Because you know better.
You know better by that time. That's a fact.
You know better.
Let me ask you this, Ella. As far as serving time, what would you say was your worst experience being up north? What was your worst experience and in
I was
what jail?
I was in Virginia. I was locked up in Virginia.
Okay.
So one, that's much different because you're nowhere near home.
Okay.
So you have to, if it comes to it, you're gonna have to do some animal shit way worse than that. Because it's
Mhm.
just like you have to have that mentality. You don't expect to see people in your hood. Don't expect to see, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna run into nobody in your hood in there unless y'all was out of town getting money together. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
You're gonna have to work with people that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? I had to get with a group of New York dudes that, you know what I'm saying, you don't know how they're gonna stand up. You don't know.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like, yo, we're from New York, we're gonna have to stand. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
you gotta click up and hope everybody hold theirs down and stand up. And it's,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, a lot of dudes out of town was cool. Like they was cool. We was all right where, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have that full drama of, you know, certain times, you can hear about certain jails. It was different things you would hear, like, you know what I'm saying, the New York crowd would be from Richmond and, you know what I'm saying, Tidewater and everything. But it just so happened I was getting money in Richmond, and one of my people that came up under me, they was getting money down there too when they was locked up. So it was like kind of New York and Richmond was together.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying, down in Tidewater. But to me, it was like it was the nights that you're well rested, and you know what I'm saying, you kind of earned your shit, and you ain't don't relax. I never tell you to relax in jail. I do not refer that to anything. But it's the nights when you're well rested, can't sleep, and all you have is your thoughts. Those
That's
are
a
the
fact.
toughest times. Those are the toughest times.
Right.
Your thoughts, when you have to deal with your thoughts.
Now, Illa, being on the island, right? Being on the island, what was your worst experience on the island?
Never was on the island. Was in Brooklyn House.
Okay, you was in Brooklyn House. Okay, okay. What was your worst experience there?
Nothing. I thought somebody stole my jacket and I balked on everybody. Turns out I was wrong.
Mm.
To prove a point that you're not scared. So when I got locked up, I don't know. Let me see. It was a colorful jacket Nas had on. No, that's not it. I had a striped colorful Nautica jacket when I got locked up. So
Okay.
there's ways to show you're not scared, right?
Mm.
Anybody that sleep with their clothes on and sneakers, scared.
Fact.
So, you know, even though I'd never been there before, of course, like it's like it's a fucked up mentality, but you prepare in your mind. We kind of talked about that, like the people I hung out with at the time. We kind of talked about that. So it's just like how you got to stand up. I had black Nike suede uptowns. Um, damn, I think I had polo jeans or something. So, all right, the jeans you don't want to fuck up, so you just take your clothes off, fold them up. I threw the jeans under the mattress, right? Show I ain't scared, took the sneakers off, and I put my jacket, like, they have a little thing where you could write letters.
Right.
So I put my jacket by the gate. That truly shows no fear. Like, it's like, all right, let me put this is a dope jacket. That's colorful. It's Nautica. Boom, I put it by the gate, and the thing by the gate. Boom. Now, at that time, they didn't give me the damn sheets yet. I didn't have no pillow and no sheets. You're not going to be there, whatever it is. So I didn't realize in the middle of the night, since I didn't have a pillow, I grabbed my jacket, turned it inside out, and slept on my jacket. So I was so tired by the time we got there. When I woke up, I just looked at the thing and see my jacket was gone.
Damn.
So I put my clothes on, didn't look. I was like, so that's what we doing. So I came downstairs and was like, that's what we doing. Niggas is cowards in here. I was like, if you're going to take it from me. Don't sneak thief it. So everybody looking at me crazy. I'm like, all right. I was like, yeah. I was like, niggas is pussy in here. I was like, if you're going to take it, anybody see anybody with a colorful Nautica jacket, if I catch you, I'm fucking you up. Be a man. Take it like a man. Don't sneak thief it. So they was like, nah, my nigga, ain't nobody take it. No, check your cell again. When I went back upstairs, I seen it balled up in the corner.
Right there. But how to get in the corner? How to get all the way in the corner?
I told you. When I woke up, I didn't realize I went and got my jacket, turned it inside out so I could sleep on it.
Oh, right.
And when I woke up, I didn't think about it. I just looked to see, and my jacket was gone. So I hopped up, dressed, and went downstairs. I didn't think about it. I grabbed it until
too much going on. Your thoughts is a little bit, tied up and all of that. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Yo, Illa, give us a Prodigy story that nobody never heard, that never hit the internet, that nobody never heard before.
That's gonna die, right? You should have forewarned me before that one, because that's
you see, he used to stay over the crib and all that in Sumner, staying over the crib with you and all that. That was your man. Fact.
He used to hide from the industry at my crib. but he didn't feel like really being bothered. It got to the
Mm-hmm.
point that I don't know who he told, but they used to. It got to the point where if he disappeared, I used to get phone calls. Hello, is Pete with you? And I'd be like, I look at him. I'd be like, what? He'd be like, oh, it's so and so. Oh, so and so, what's good? They'd be like, yo, P over there, and I look at P, and he'll be like, I'll be like, nah, I ain't see him.
Right.
And because his sickle cell was, by him smoking and drinking and everything, and his sickle cell was bad then. And sometimes he needed a break. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't. He was like, yo, I just need a break, man. I just need a break. And he'll chill like 3-4 days, get himself a break from everybody. And just like, wow, how the fuck y'all get my number? How the hell you know he was here? But I was like, nah, chill. I mean,
All right.
at the spur of the moment, that's the best I could do right now with that. But you know what I'm saying?
Now that's good though. That's good. Yo, that's deep. You was there. You was there for real. This was before the industry. You knew him. This is this was some real shit. Now let me ask you this, Ella. Okay, it's Illuminati, right? Talking about Illuminati esoteric information, right? When P started doing that, how'd you feel? Did you feel like he should have publicized talking about that, or should he have held that back and left that in the hood, while we smoking and all that, like left that there?
Why hold that back? Why hold that back? That's something we was into. Just because a lot of people was in the street don't mean we're not knowledgeable.
That's a fact.
You got to realize at that time we dressed preppy. Like, if you break it down with Brooklyn, how Brooklyn dressed at the time, we dressed preppy. Like you wouldn't believe it. We wore polo and fucking Banana Republic and sneakers, but we had guns on us. You know what I'm saying? I remember robbing a person in Queens, and the dude was like, "Yo, man, nigga, you dress better than me. The fuck you robbing me for?" You know what I'm saying? This was how it was. So, that we had intellectual conversations. We had opinions. Everybody wasn't just talking about doofy shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing why I wanted to do New York Minute, because how we spoke. We spoke. A lot of people didn't want to do street shit, but they were poor. When I'm saying poor, like poor, and what I'm saying, mother have issues, father have issues. Some was poor. Some of us didn't even understand. Like on my end, didn't even understand. Raised by a single mother. You know what I'm saying? She thought hiding things would be better from us rather than communicating with us. You know what I'm saying? This is, jumping off the subject, this is why I do something called The Beautiful Lie on my channel, Elegy TV, to try to get parents to, communicate with their kids. My mother had no clue. Even if she had a clue, she never said anything. A lot of times my mother had no clue what I was doing. I thought I was a burden. So this is why I want to get money. I need to help my moms out. She's not explaining a plan she's having. She's not explaining that to me. She's not saying like, what I'm saying? No, the reason I'm not doing this is because of this. Let me talk to you for a minute. And I've learned a lot about my mother. My mother was like, what I'm saying? My mother was a fighter, like literally in both sense of the word, a fighter. I never knew that. I never knew my mom's was a fight. Like you couldn't say anything crazy to my mother. She would literally fight. My aunts told me my mother would fight every day in high school. Fight for her brother, fight for her sister. She was a fighter. My cousin snitched on my mom's after she passed. Like, yo, your mother was a fighter. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your mother was a country girl short with a big butt. Niggas used to be on her. And then if they girlfriend say something, my mom used to fuck them up. And then just, changing her thing. My mom's came up here because she didn't want to pick cotton. Hell no, I'm not picking cotton. Fuck out of here. I'm out. I'm going up to New York.
And what year? Do you remember what year was that? What year that was when she came to New York?
Probably like the 60s.
The 60s? Okay.
Yeah, 60 something. Came up, you know what I'm saying? She built herself. She fought. Went from tomatoes to what's the name, taught, went to a class, learned how to type, got a government job, and went back to college.
And what part of the South did she come from?
South Carolina.
Oh, so she came from South Carolina to New York. So she came to a whole different realm, like a whole different dimension. So now she's at the point where she had to learn how to adapt to New York ways and our New York fast life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Salute, salute,
Yeah,
salute.
yeah. And she, like,
Salute.
that's why I say in both sense of the word, she was a fighter. She went, learned how to type, became a typist, got a job typing, then went back to college to get a degree. Her associates or bachelor's, one of them she did. She was, I know she was tired, but she did, she came from that era of, do it because I said so. And I'm a person of explanation. Let me understand. Because if I take it in, if I think about it in my own mind, it's going to be a lot worse. And a lot of us do it. It's going to be a lot worse in our mind than what it actually is. So for her not explaining it, I felt that was a burden, which let me go to the street. I need to help my moms out. You know what I'm saying? Let me do this to help my moms out. And that was, I knew who my pops was, but he wasn't there. So I pretty much learned on my own. And it could have cost me my life to try to learn how to be a man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's even deeper than that. Yo, Illa, before we get up out of here, if it's some kids watching right now, right? They need advice, right? If you could tell them one thing, just one thing, what would you tell them?
In this jungle of America, learn their ways by learning about money, learn about assets, learn about liability. Be yourself. Take time to be yourself. You don't have to move too fast. Everything ain't all about you. Think futuristic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have that now mentality. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I need to get it now. Especially growing up and you think about having a family. Think about them. Think about them. I just watched something about Bernie Madoff. He never paid attention to what it would do to his family of what he did.
Or what he was doing.
Actions may not always come back on you. It may curse your kids or your family or whatever is going on. So with all that, you know what I'm saying? With all that, learn to be it and accept you. You know what I'm saying? Accept you. Do it for you. See what it is before you jump out there. Weigh all your options. We have the internet. It's a lot more options and a lot more things, you know what I'm saying, that you can get into, that you can learn, you can know how to get money in. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't drugs because it's another way. Pretty much selling crack, you might as well work at McDonald's nowadays anyway. And it doesn't last. It doesn't last, man.
That's a fact. It's over. It's over. It's over. Hey, yo, we in the M.E.T.H lab. We got Illa G. Yo, Illa G, salute. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate it, my brother. You already know I'm going to hit you up in a minute. You already know. Salute, salute, salute.